Breakfast with Blewett on Mix 93.8.
So, on the line, we've got Liam Stander. Liam, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Tony. Good to you.
Very well, thanks. Liam, co-founder of Company Partners. Now, Liam, we're talking about startups and how they can succeed in South Africa. Company Partners, what advice do you have for that?
Well, Tony, first of all, just to say, startups mainly fail not because of all the typical things, like government policies in the slow economy. These are facts that it really stifles the growth of a startup. But the main reasons for failure is, from what we've picked up, working with more than 50,000 startups and SMEs, is that people struggle with either fear or patience. They either start a business and they just panic because of everything happening, and they don't work out a plan on how to grow and take the next steps, and they stay in that small place, and that makes them very susceptible to any changes in the economy, and they really struggle. All the patience are the big dreamers out there to go too quickly and get burnt, and because they just want the money now, the results now, So based on what we've picked up, the solution really for more startups to succeed, it starts with a mindset change from what we've seen. The guys that start a business and say, I want to just get going, I just want to get to this place this month, normally are the guys that struggle. Where the oaks that say, okay, I'm starting a business with this long-term plan. It actually shouldn't even be a 2 years plan. It should be like, I want to build a generational company, 50-year plan type of thing.
Yeah.
That's really the guys that pull through at the end and make it successful. Instead of just hustling, rather say, depending on where we're at, what needs to be done now. If I start and it's the new idea, I first need to test my idea, change my idea, test my idea, change my idea until I get it right.
Yeah.
If I'm in a growing spot, I need to set very specific goals and get the best guys in the industry. I can't be a one-man show, trying to play every fiddle for the rest of my life. I need to get specialists on board, or a partner that can really supplement my weaknesses. And if I'm settled, again, I can't just stay there. Businesses that just stay there dies. They need to be reviewed and say, how's my profit centers looking at? How's my structuring with tax looking at? Am I doing enough for marketing and all that kind of stuff? Yes.
And at Company Partners, what are some of the tools, the resources that can help people with their startup?
Yeah, so that's our game. Really walking the road with new businesses until they reach that size where they can employ all their own people. So we've developed this team of experts to support businesses wherever they're at. We're based in Roodepoort, around the corner there, and in Cape Town as well. But yeah, we help everybody online for most part. If they want to come in, obviously. But yeah, we normally start when they're very young or have a new idea. We start with just free stuff. Free coaching sessions, free workshops, just to get going, just to test the idea, just to make some progress, and then take away all that fear elements and read elements.
Yeah.
So that's one of the type of tools we help people with. And then as they start growing, then we have accredited consultants coming into the game. So normally, depending on what they need, we have these coaches who are like IMCSA accredited and have delivered results, to guide them, to hold their hand through all the phases. And so, and what normally happens is the business got about 70% sorted of their whole setup process. Entrepreneurs are smart. They've normally got most of it covered. But then they have a few blind spots. And when we dig into those blind spots, then suddenly these things change. Recently, we worked with the architect there in Waterkloof in Pretoria, where the lady had really a solid business, good brand, everything, but then just couldn't figure out how to do online marketing. And when we helped them just set up the basics of online marketing, you saw sales skyrocketed. So that's the kind of thing we help them with. And then also for the guys growing, what we've seen a lack for is sometimes, you have a lot of people that does incubation courses and provides funding for business to grow. Say, for example, you've got this one machine. If you just had two machines, you would have been able to again grow very quickly. And then they would go to these funding institutions, and these people would just be like, here's my criteria, you don't need it, go away. So more tools that we've put in place is to set up funding processes with people like Race Corp and business partners who are, some of the best in the game of working with business to grow. And we're again coaching some of their clients as well as our clients to get to certain funding goals then. And then as soon as clients have these goals in mind, then it's huge. Then it's very quick for them to actually start making progress, because they're not overwhelmed by this massive goal. They're like, okay, well, this next 3 months, I only need to get there.
Liam, how does one register for this free business coaching session? How do people register for that?
Yeah, so if you just want to get some advice on where you're at, you can sign up on our website, companypartners.co.za. What happens is when you sign up for a free consultation session or free coaching session, we just start going through your ideas, where you're at. We really try to meet you where you're at.
Okay.
If you just have an idea or get started, come. We'll set you up with the right tools to make sure your ideas are off the ground. And if you need anything like compliance and marketing, we've got services for that. Yeah.
There's a toll-free number, right?
Say again?
There is a toll-free number.
There's a toll-free number. Companypartners.co.za, you'll see the toll-free number as well. So if you just want to call in, go for it. If you want to sign up, same thing happens. We figure out where you're at, and then we say, okay, here's your options,
Lovely. All right. Liam, thank you very much for being on a Mix this morning with companypartners.co.za. Thank you, Leon. Cheers.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
Bye.
Breakfast with Blewett on Mix 93.8.